Hi, I'm Stuart Marcus Cox, and today I would like to share with you two examples of nonverbal communication, and then end it with a way to improve your nonverbal communication in in an interview to maybe help you get a job. But first, I'd like to start off with a quote from Ludwig Wittgenstein, who was a philosopher in the early 20th century that studied nonverbal communication. He was always trying to figure out new ways to, find what people actually meant. And so this is a quote. He said, "The human body is the best picture of the human soul," meaning that what our body does really tells us, or what someone's body does really tells us what they mean. But we'll just go ahead and move on to the first example of nonverbal communication. This is President Bill Clinton. He's being interviewed about, becoming a grandfather. And I got this from bodylanguagesuccess.com. Now, what they do is they help people with their body language, by showing examples of what famous people or like people in the spotlight have done that, how they could have fixed it. And they have like several doctors that write on these pages in these articles. And what they've said is that, you notice that his hands are tucked and his ankles are locked, trying to that he's like trying to hide his anxiety, his like excitement. He's like super excited, but he doesn't want to, like, being the alpha male that he is and the great speaker, he's trying to like hold it back. But as you can tell by his body language, it's not true. Like, you can definitely tell that, he's excited. Moving on to the next example, we have President Barack Obama. And I got this from bodypictures.org, which is a lot like the other, like the bodylanguagesuccess.com. They just help people out with, or like they just show different examples of what to do in a situation. Like, this is the bad and this is the good. And so what they're showing here, what they're saying is that, President Barack Obama is, got his arms folded, he's frowning, he's showing that he's not interested in whatever the other gentleman standing there has to say. And, for him to show interest, what he should be doing is, hands like maybe down by his side, not covering himself up, smiling, making eye contact, and as you can tell, he's not doing any of that. So, definitely showing a little bit of disinterest. So we'll just go ahead and move on to improving nonverbal communication. Now, what we have here is a picture of like what not to do when you're going in an interview. Like, you see like these people are slouched over, not making eye contact, looking around, fiddling with paper in their hands, stuff like that, touching their faces. Now, what I got this from Powell's Consulting, and what they do is like they help people find jobs, and they have an article on their website about your nonverbal communication to help you out. Now, here's some things that they say, obviously, make sure you have like good hygiene, you're not smelling bad or anything like that, clean clothes, you look sharp, all these people, they all like, except for maybe the lady in the center there, are all like, dressed, appropriately. But as you can tell, they're all showing like that they're not interested really in the job. But next thing they say, like, be confident, have good posture, sit up straight. Most of these people are slouching, looking around, make eye contact with the interviewee or the interviewer. And, and then, they even say, they suggest like if you like make slight head movements while you're like, just like while you're sitting there with good posture, making eye contact, like move your head a little bit to the right, and maybe you'll show that you're more interested in the job, and then finally they say make sure that you just keep your notice personal space. Don't just be like standing on top of somebody or sitting on top of them. Just be respectful of distances, people's like personal bubbles, if you will. So as we wrap this up here, in conclusion, we talked about showed you two examples of nonverbal communications and maybe how to fix them. And then finally, I showed you ways to improve your nonverbal communication in an interview to maybe help you get a job. Thank you very much.